What's up, Giant Slayers? In this next module, we're going to be talking about how to avoid the bear hug pass. Okay, so a lot of big guys like to do this pass. If you've been rolling for a while, you probably had it happen to you. Okay, but a lot of guys are essentially just looking to squeeze your knees together, okay, and grab you here and walk around. Okay, so right here, this is kind of difficult for me to get my legs back, right, out in this direction. Okay, so as an early defense, I don't want my legs too close together. Okay, so again, when I sit in a butterfly guard, if Tim tries to wrap up two legs from here, it's easy for me to just kind of separate my heels from each other and keep my knees apart to avoid getting bear hug pass. Okay, so that's an early defense. Keeping your legs apart, keeping your knees away from each other. Okay, just being mindful of that pass because it's pretty common. Okay, if I do get caught in this position where he bear hugs me, Tim's always going to go opposite of the head. Okay, so right now you guys can see Tim's head is on the right side of my body. Okay, Tim has to walk around to my left. Okay, he's always going to bring his feet and his hips on the opposite side of his head. So when I know that, it's my job to try and keep his head and his hips on the same side. Okay, so if Tim's head is on this side, and he starts walking to this side, what I have to do is I have to scoop underneath him. So a lot of times I'll cross face him, and you guys don't have to be nice here, okay? But just be, mindful that sometimes when you go hard at a big guy, they're gonna want to go hard back. But hey, sometimes you gotta do that to gain respect, you know. But right here, a lot of times what I'll do, I'll just use the blade of my hand right here. I let this scoop underneath Tim's face. If I catch his nose, I catch his nose. You know, sometimes it happens. But once I lift up his face here, it's easy for me to pass his head to the other side of my body now. Okay, so if Tim continues to try and pass to my left, his right, okay, his head and his hips are on the same side, he's never gonna be able to finish a pass like that. Okay, Tim's gonna have to get his hips back over to the other side, or if he's smart, okay, once I, again, force his head this way, okay, as soon as I get his head on this side, he's either gonna fight his head back to the other side, again, or okay, he's gonna fight his hips to the other side. Again, head and hips need to be on opposite sides of each other. Okay, so again, now that I know that, I have to be proactive in stopping it. Okay, so let's come back on the other side real quick then. Okay, so Tim's head is on this side. Again, I cross face the sharp part of my forearm right here underneath his nose or his face, and force his head to the other side. If Tim starts to switch, excuse me, okay, as he switches, all right, I have to switch also. Okay, so come back one more time, Tim. Okay, so right here, as I see that switch coming, okay, I'm gonna scoop underneath him. Again, he passes his hips to the other side. Okay, I pass his head over to the other side. Okay, and during this scramble, there's an opportunity for me to butt scoot and back out and get my hips away from him and kind of reset the position. Okay, so this is an excellent way of preserving your guard. Okay, by again avoiding that bear hug pass. Sorry, let me show one extra. Okay, guys, and all right, guys, and as a bonus, sometimes again, if the guy is really good at shifting left, right, left, right, left, right, it can be tiring. Keep trying to forcing his head to the same side. Okay, so if that doesn't work, I tried a couple of times and he's still persistent on that pass. A lot of times I'll belly out. Okay, and I'm actually gonna go to my knees, and it looks like I'm giving him my back, which essentially I am exposing my back for a second, but because I'm the smaller athlete, I'm relying on the fact that I do have a little bit of a speed advantage, okay? So I wouldn't typically do this against a guy same size or even smaller because it might be quicker than me, but I feel pretty confident a lot of times exposing my back to guys who are like 100 pounds heavier than me because I typically will have a speed advantage, okay? So from here, Tim's got me in a bear hug pass. Again, if I stay on my butt, he walks around, he's gonna start climbing up the body, and I'm gonna get flattened out, and then end up in bottom side control. Excuse me, okay? So, a little bit later defense, but still early enough to the point where my back's not on the mat yet. Okay, I have to try and belly out and get to my knees, okay? So Tim's gonna take a half step back real quick, come back. Okay, so once I feel I'm going for that bear hug pass, it's pretty hard for Tim to stop me from doing this. Okay, so hang on tight, Tim. And it's kind of counterintuitive, okay, because again, it looks like I'm giving up my back, but it's hard for him. Okay, so I'm gonna frame on his face with my left hand, hand post with my right hand. Again, I'm just looking to get my knees to the mat here. Okay, and right here, again, there is back exposure, but again, I'm relying on the fact that I'm quicker than him, so if he tries to jump my back, okay, I can square back up with him, okay, or if I wanted to, I can even shoulder roll. Okay, so again, here, his bear hug to me, okay, I frame on his neck, I get up to 2 knees, okay, try hang on tight, Tim. If Tim's hanging on real tight, he's still got one of my legs, okay, or he's still got my legs. I won't always be able to get 2 legs out, but typically I can get at least 1 leg out. Okay, so when I come up to my knees here, again, I can kind of feel which leg is a little bit looser than the other. Okay, so sometimes I'll be able to yank my leg out, okay, and come around, kind of fight this crucifix position here. Okay, or sometimes maybe it'll be my other leg. Okay, so I belly out here, okay, I can get my other leg out. Okay, and now I can kind of come on top of Tim, maybe I'll look to reach around him, circle and take his back, but that method of dealing with the bear hug pass works pretty well also. So again, getting up to your knees, creating a scramble, kind of baiting in with back exposure, and you know, trying to fight from there.